Welcome to the Writer's Game Podcast, where we help you magnify your voice and monetize your message. And now, let's get into the show.
Welcome to the Writer's Game Podcast, where we help you magnify your voice and monetize your message. My name is Kyle King. I will be your host, and I have somebody on here special. I have somebody on here that is getting ready to be a best-selling author. I have somebody on here that is impacting people. But before he introduces himself, I do want to note, and how to learn. I want everybody that's listening to learn how you made $8,600 on one email, because I be paying attention to your content. I pay attention to your content. How you doing, brother?
I see you, bro. Look, man, I'm very grateful to be here. I appreciate that warm welcome. And you know, this is just like reciprocity working back, man, because I had you on my podcast a couple of episodes back, and there's still gems in that can be pulled out. I know we had a couple of clips that are already circulating, but if you guys have yet to watch Kyle on the Pursuit podcast, one of the podcasts that I host, make sure you tap back in, because he went off. I think that was really the first time we met, honestly, because I think I knew about you from the Make More Offers Challenge, and then I followed up. But I think after a couple of DMs, I think you coming on a podcast was really the first time that we actually had a conversation.
Thanks.
And that's major for me, because generally I have conversations before if it's like people I never met, but just like I feel like the vibe with you was a little bit different. And then we was actually on the podcast. Not only was like I felt like the energy was there, but you was really spitting and delivering. So I'm excited that you got the Rise Game podcast. I already know what you bring to your community, to your people. So this is just gonna be another layer of value that you put out there.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. So one thing that I do want people to know, because you're like the content and business strategist. That's what I like to call you, right?
I appreciate
it. And I really feel like a lot of people, I got a question a few weeks ago, do emails still work?
Like, hell yeah. Email
marketing still work? Talk to us.
Hell yeah. All right, so so I dropped a series, a mini series on this, three micro pieces of content on my Instagram. I got a little bigger long form chunk on my YouTube. But I'm saying that to say email marketing 100% still works. The thing is, half of the world's population has email. So you have to look at it like that. If half of the world's population has email, then why aren't you using email? And then half of the world's population that has email, 91% of the people are actually effectively using email every single day. So 91% of half of the world's population that has email is actually using email, then why aren't you using email? I think one of the things is most people feel like they take a shot or 2 shots or 3 shots and they don't see the results. So then they back away from it. Or they're like, oh, I get so inundated with email, I don't really check my email. But that's not true. You literally check your email every single day. Now, you may have a lot of junk in there, or you may not segment your email so it's a little bit more clean, but everyone subscribes to stuff. You know, everyone buys stuff. As soon as you buy stuff, you're automatically on somebody's email list. Exactly. So you check your email every day, just like you check your text messages. And the thing that I feel like is funny, and we can probably talk a little bit about this as well. People are like, oh, I don't want to bother them, so I don't want to send multiple emails. But how many people bother you that you bought that still email you like every day or every week?
Yeah. And you're still on their email list too.
And you ain't unsubscribing, right?
Exactly.
So I would definitely, people that are listening to this, if you're not tapped into email, I would definitely use email. And a trick that you can, I guess, have yourself believe when you're delivering the messages is, if you give somebody value consistently, they're not going to unsubscribe. So as long as you're not blatantly like, buy my stuff every time you send an email, they're going to stay on your list. You're going to be able to nurture to them and cultivate that list. And then you could do things like send one email and get $8,600.
Let me ask you this question. So what is the relationship between not having emails where it's buy my stuff, but is it important to have a call to action at the end? Can we have a link that says do this, or here's an opportunity to do this? Or should some emails literally just be words?
So some emails should literally just be words. If I was emailing Kyle, I wouldn't be like, yo, Kyle, we gonna do this. It's dope. Yo, bro, I drop my book, buy my book. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta use email like a language, like you're talking to your homie, or you're talking to your family member, or you talk to your friend. And that's not to say not have a call to action, but every single email shouldn't have a call to action. I feel like you should have a strategy and a plan of how you send the emails, but every single email shouldn't be like, yo, buy my thing, or can I get this from you, or check my thing out, because that's not how you nurture a relationship. Me and you have already cultivated a relationship, even though we haven't met, but every time we talk, it's not like, Brendan, I need this, or Kyle, I need this. It's like, hey, what's up? How can I help you? This is what I got going on. Check this out. Oh, I just did this. Here's a clip. Here, here's a link to check out. Oh, yo, come talk to my mastermind. Oh, I got a mastermind now. Come talk to my mastermind. So it's like, that's how you need to start looking at the different mediums and platforms in which you're communicating, is to give a lot of value and then package that value with some CTAs, but every single one shouldn't be a CTA, because that's how you run your well dry.
Man, we gonna get into some heavy strategy today. I already feel it, bro. I already feel it. I appreciate you bringing so much energy and value in the first like 5 minutes. One question though, who are you?
Oh man, that's a really good question. At one time, I was this basketball guy. You know what I'm saying? At another time, I was this clothing company guy. I had a clothing brand for 10 years. At another time, I was not a marketer. I'm a marketer right now. At another time, I was a real estate guy. You know what I'm saying? I still have license in 2 states, but that was what I was known for. Now I'm known for productivity, and I'm known for marketing and content. And specifically, I help my clients, produce 3 to 5x their results and get more sales and clients through content marketing. So that's what I really, really believe in, content marketing. I really, really believe in, taking consistent, imperfect action. You know what I'm saying? That's like I got 2 mantras for the year. That would be one of them.
Walk me through that, what that means for somebody who didn't pick it up. What does that mean?
So taking inconsistent, perfect action would be like, let's say you and I are doing this pod right now, and my laptop's not laptopping, like it ain't working. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't got my favorite shirt. I want to wear the shirt, but for some reason I don't got access to the shirt. Okay, well, wear another shirt and do the podcast on your phone. Like you know what I mean? Just do what you need to do, despite what you feel like would be the best case scenario of how you want to do it. Just do it anyway. And I think once you start doing things despite how you feel like they should go, or how you're telling yourself that they should be, you're going to start seeing results. And if you do that consistent enough, you're going to start seeing breakthroughs.
When did you see the biggest breakthrough for you through that process?
I think the biggest breakthrough for me through the process has always been executing and consistency. I think those are 2 things that I feel like they're my personal hallmark. You know what I mean? Like, I take a lot of action. You know what I'm saying? I'm a serial executor. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, I don't know when this pod's coming out, but as this pod is out, I have a brand new wealth club. And the idea for the wealth club came in like a day. And the next day I put out the offer, and I got 2 people. Now, when I put the offer out, I didn't even have nothing. There was no website. There was no this includes. There was no graphic art. There wasn't a video. They couldn't even go nowhere to find this stuff. I just put it out to the audience that I cultivated. And because I cultivated this audience, they trust me. And because they trust me, they knew when I delivered something that Brendan's about his thing. You know what? I presented it to that group as a founding offer. So if you take this, you'll be a founding member. You'll get a discount plus some extras. So the people that take advantage of this, you'll do it. So the ones that took advantage of it, they get the extras, but they prove your concept. I took imperfect action, right? All I did was give them a payment link. The onboarding and welcome email wasn't even together yet.
Nice. I love it.
You know what I'm saying? I'll just say, hey, this is the price. I kind of knew what I was going to offer, but I threw some more juice in there as I was saying it.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's a payment link. It's $199 a month. I got 12 founding spots. Whoever grabs them up, it'll be $149 for you for life. If $149 a month for life for you, that price not going to change, even if the general price goes up. Here's a payment link. Boom, threw it in there. 2 people grabbed it up immediately. The next day I had a 3rd person. And on the next day, that's when I was like, okay, let me put the little opt-in page together with a little video. Let me get an onboarding. Like, the next day I did that stuff. So it's because now If they want to refer, if they're talking about it, which most likely they are, they need to then point somebody back to it. Now I have the thing. But sometimes you spend time building the thing and nobody wants the thing. You just spend a day or a week building the thing. No one wants it.
That's
fact. You just wasted time.
I think so many people live that life. So many people live that life, right? They want this perfect product. What I like to say is that they get paralyzed with perfection and it affects their ability to perform at a high level, right? And they want the perfect graphic, the perfect emails, the perfect this, the perfect that. They push it out, just like you said, nobody buys, and then they're down and defeated. But if you would have just put it out first and then tested the marketplace, then you wouldn't have had to go through that initial process. So you said something earlier that I think was so profound. You talked about you already put it out in an audience that you already nurtured. Why is it important for people to nurture and build an audience?
Well, the first thing I want to say there is, before we even get into nurture, you have to create an audience. And I think there's several different ways for you to create an audience. People think that, hey, I got some followers on Instagram, or I got some followers on TikTok, I got an audience. Yeah, you have an audience, but that audience isn't cultivated, and they're not really a community that you built. They just follow you. So unless you direct them somewhere and you can have an exchange of conversations or an exchange of value or an exchange of information, you don't really have a community. So you need to take the people off of the TikTok and take them off the Instagram, throw them in a Slack group, throw them in an email list, throw them in a text community, throw them in a Discord, throw them in a group me, even throw them in an Instagram DM group, something, you know what I'm saying? Give them something, put them somewhere. Now when it's somewhere, you're in control of that group. So if you got 20,000 followers right now and you only got 100 of that 20 that are hyper engaged, rock with that 100. That's all you need. That's all you need. If you sell those 100 people something that costs $97, you in there. You know what I'm saying? Like you in there. So people kind of get it confused where they're like, you know, I want to sell this thing and it doesn't sell. The best way for you to sell something long term is to build a community and build an audience. And the way that we did the Wealth Club is the Wealth Club is an idea that came because I wanted to have another podcast. My first podcast is about entrepreneurship. It's about telling stories about the journeys of entrepreneurs that made real impacts, not just pontificated impact. Like, yo, they're making an impact right now. Exactly. And then I'm so interested in like financial literacy and education and reading. I'm like, yo. Plus, our people are kind of locked out to some of that information, or we may be behind in some steps. I'm like, you know what? I want to create another podcast that streams. So this one's different from the Honor Pursuit. This one streams live every Tuesday. We don't miss a Tuesday. This is literally every Tuesday. It streams, and then after it streams, it just goes automatic on YouTube. I bring guests on that are proficient and that are experts and that are specialists in different facets of actually making money. Then we have practical conversations that the person that's attending or watching the playback can then take and then position themselves in the next 30 to 60 days to take some action that's going to change their life. If the guests can't do that, they can't come on the pod. So they have to be like, I teach business credit. Okay, cool. We don't need you to give away everything, but give my guys something that they can do in the next 30 to 60 that they can either position themselves to get business credit or fix their situation or open a business, something, right? So we did that for 8 weeks, and that community has grown. You know, we had one person streaming on there, bro. I mean, right now it's still 30, but I'll tell you, these 30 are hyper engaged, bro. Hyper. I had an insurance dude come on a couple of weeks ago, and he's actually a really good friend of mine, but he was talking about not just insurance, because some people just like, oh, insurance. First of all, that's a whole nother conversation. But he was talking about how you can use insurance to infinity bank, how you can use insurance for generational wealth, the easiest path to generational wealth, but then how you can use insurance for retirement, right? Guaranteed retirement situations. He got 10 leads from that. Like, as soon as it was over 10 leads, and out of those 10 leads, I think he got 4 deals.
You just said something. A lot of people want these massive communities, but somebody came on that has an expertise, delivered value, and you have an engaged audience of roughly 30 people, and he got 10 leads from 30.
Yo, 33, he got a 33% like conversion rate off of that.
Talk to us about the importance of once you have the people. It's not about this major number, but once you have the people, the importance of delivering value.
So that podcast is all value, bro. It's literally all value. I bring these wonderful people on. They're so kind and gracious to just come on and just share. Mm-hmm. Then my co-host Levi Lawrence III and myself, we basically probe these people and say, hey, what's really going on here? What's really going on here? And then the people that are watching the live stream, which is so great, they can ask questions in real time and they can get their questions answered in real time. Then on top of that, that value that they're receiving, that then they can watch again and again and again on YouTube. I have the guests not only give me some drip, I say, yo, I know you give me practical information. I know you give me your free time, but I need a little bit more. You got to give me something for free that I can give to these people. So then at the end of every episode, they get a chance to win something. It might just be a checklist or a consultation. Somebody won a trip to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Some people won free books. Some people won what are the top 10 or 15 banks that I should consider to apply for business for a business account. What are some of the best credit unions? Like, you'll get a whole list of this information. And now the group is so they're so hyper engaged. I got them on my text message community as well. So it goes out. And what is the result of that? I'm like, you know what? We can make a group now. So the group, the Talk Money Tuesdays is still free. Like that's a bonus, whether you're in the group or not. Like, that's free. But now in the group setting, now you're going to take it a step further. We could do masterminds on a particular topic. We go deep and we give you business accountability now. So it's now like, okay, this week we're talking about business, how to create a business account. Okay, next week, your job is to make sure you open a business account.
Exactly.
Get that EIN. And now next week we're like, okay, cool. Before we start, we're going to be talking about, family trust. But before we get into that, a couple of you guys was on the call last week, was supposed to deliver your business account. Did you open that or not? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the type of stuff that we're doing on that. And then we're delivering like deep stuff, like stuff that I wish, I'm happy that I'm a part of it now, but stuff that I wish that I had someone bring me along, or I just had access to when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things that I put on YouTube was like, when I was 16, my grandmother passed and she left me some insurance money. It was $150,000 insurance. And I blew that whole bag and I blew it all on cars. You know what I'm saying? I tell that story on my YouTube. But if I knew about family trust and insurance, like, actually, I was a recipient of insurance. So if somebody was like, yeah, you got this from insurance, then why the hell would I it's like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm so encouraged to bring people into the fold, as whether you're old or young, but to have the access to the information, because every day I learn something. Even like proper business bank account setup. Like, you shouldn't just have your money coming in one account and then going out that same account. It need to come into a main account and then spread from there, and then certain accounts do certain things. A lot of people don't know that, or a lot of people don't have a QuickBooks set up. A lot of people don't have, certain things set up. So that's what we're gonna dive into with this group. And it's called the TMT Talk Money Tuesday, TMT Wealth Club, because that's what it's about. It's about positioning you for wealth. And obviously everyone may not be a billionaire, but you can be 2x, 5x, 10x what you are right now with access to information and then certain plays.
Exactly. I think that's so valuable, man. And I think anybody listening right now, I want you to take advantage of TMT Tuesdays. I want you to go follow my brother right here and start to set up your family for the next generation to come while you're not even here. Whether you're learning about insurances, financial literacy, banking, all these different things, I want you to be able to leverage these tools. One question that I want to be able to ask you though, and I know you know the answer, is what are your 8 secrets to success?
That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. So I just recently put out this book, The 8 Secrets to Success. And yeah, man, so I feel like any entrepreneur right now, you can take advantage of these 8 secrets to success. and create additional streams of income, or increase your current streams and then have that omnipresence and then facilitate more business on the back end, right? So we're talking about proper messaging, understanding who your consumer really is, and understanding that there's really three versions of that consumer. There's that cold version, there's the warm version, there's the hot version. Most people don't know who their consumer is, let alone that there's three versions of that consumer. Exactly. So really understand proper messaging. Then we're talking about conversion, right? How do you convert right now, and how can you increase your conversions, right? And you're able to do that when you know who you're talking to, and how you can increase the way that you communicate, to that consumer. Then we're talking about how everyone is watching this podcast or listening to this podcast. You need to take imperfect action on creating subscription-based income. I think in 2022, it's a must. Like insurance is a must, I feel like. Subscription-based income is a must. So that's secret number 3. Figuring out what are you doing right now that you can diversify and offer it in a subscription-based model that doesn't take all of your physical energy, but it can run basically on autoplay, or maybe you're in it a little bit because you like to be in it, but it's not like additional, so it's going to be a drag, or maybe just hire somebody to run it, or whatever the case may be. Then 4, we're talking about high ticket. A lot of us are priced lower than we should be. And for some people, it's a self-confidence thing, or they don't believe that they would buy it for this price. So how can I sell it at this price? But if you raise your prices and have a premium offering, that's how you can get to your goal faster with less resistance, right? Because the same ask of 100 is the same ask for 5,000. You're just asking the question. There's no different, right? Secret number 6, we're talking about the power of speaking. And if you got a product, if you got a service, if you're a business person, you can easily translate that to speaking. And there's $2,500 bags on the low end, $5,500 bags on the medium side that you can just step into if you connect with the proper audiences that actually have your money waiting for you, right? Now we're talking about secret number 7, that's ads. And ads are very, very important because we're inundated with ads. So you need to be promoting yourself. You need to be promoting your business. You need to be promoting your product and your service. And if you're not doing that through ads, then not enough people are seeing your thing. Because if you're just relying on Instagram, word of mouth, referrals, and you're not really doing a great job at that, the ads will at least get you to more people. Even if you're not connecting everything, and even if you don't have no automation, or even if you're not like great at following up, if you run an ad, you can at least get 1,000 more heads watching you, 2,000 more heads watching you. And even if you're still doing the same thing, it didn't change nothing, you will still get more sales because more people are seeing your stuff. Then we're talking about the power of the book, and ain't nobody better to talk about the power of the book than this guy right here. So tapping into the inner author within you, which was probably something that I had to realize that, we all got a story, you know what I'm saying? So whatever, even if you got a coffee table book, or if you're an artist and you just want to put out, like a art flip book, or if you had a tumultuous, can't even say it. Tumultuous. Yeah. Even if your childhood was a little tough, you can share that story and inspire and impact a lot of people. And then your life changes, you know what I'm saying? So you can tell that tale. And all books don't need to be long novels. They could be 20 page packed with value, 45 page packed with value. But this is the thing. When you got all of these secrets and you running them all in synchronicity, what's gonna happen, bro? The income's gonna skyrocket. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, these secrets are not something that you all need to do all together. Like, I'm gonna use this whole month and I'm gonna do everything. Nah, it don't work like that. Concentrate on one thing, get that clicking, move to the next. But if you get all 8 secrets rolling, you're gonna be in a really, really good spot.
Exactly. I think that's so amazing, brother, that you knew the 8 secrets off the top of your head. And I think so many people, they talk about their business, they may promote it, but if you challenge them live, that hold on, let me think about it. Oh, let me open my notes, or hold on, let me pull up my phone. You don't even know the secrets that you're teaching people.
That's raw, bro. That's yo, you're right on that, man. You're right. And a lot of people lose a lot of credibility on that, like out the gate. Because like you said, if you're like, oh, yo, this sounds dope. So what do you do? You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna rock with you. And I think us, our community needs to make sure we do know our stuff, because when we do have the light shine on us, and we do have opportunities like this one and other opportunities, we need to be able to like show up as our confident, pure selves, and then we'll take advantage of opportunities every time.
Exactly. Tell me the process that you went through for somebody listening that you now know and live your 8 secrets to success. What was that process?
I think the easiest way for people to monetize is really looking at themselves, bro. Like, I think, I mentioned my story earlier, like, basketball first, clothing company, real estate, and then a coach. So look at what you're doing, right? How are you improving? What are the things that you're invested in? And you can monetize that. Like, I spent a lot of money like learning different marketing skills, but I also spent a lot of time learning different marketing skills. I spent a lot of time learning how to put a book together. I spent a lot of time learning how to speak or put myself in uncomfortable situations. But whatever you're doing and whatever you're working on every day to improve yourself or offer value to somebody, if you're not already monetizing that, you could package that up. Like, literally, you're the thing, So if you're figuring it out, someone else is figuring it out. So if you figure it out and you can package that, then you could monetize by helping the next person figure it out. And we're taking imperfect action. So that means you don't have to figure it out to the fullest. You just need to be 1, 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of the people that you're teaching, because you can go get the information before next meeting. You know what I'm saying? Or you could go get the next information before the next call. Or you could troubleshoot a few times. I got it. All right, guys, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you could do all of that in real time. And, coaches have coaches, teachers have teachers, masterminds have masterminds. Right now, my coach, I pay him $15K. I'm in Cal's group. I pay that. I'm in another mastermind. I pay that. You know what I'm saying? So you're financing your dreams and realities, and you're learning a lot of stuff, and you're implementing that stuff in real time. Okay, so what am I doing? Okay, I'm doing this. He did ask me about this. My homegirl asked me about this. I got a DM about this. I can sell this. Yeah, now you can start packaging it up.
That's a great thought, man. Like, coaches have coaches, teachers have teachers, and then really being able to identify all of these different questions that people usually come to you for, and then knowing what you can package and monetize. Why is it important? And, the overall theme of this podcast is to magnify people's voices and monetize their message. Why is it important for you to monetize your message and your experience?
Because if you don't, you're selfish, man, point blank. If you don't, you're selfish, because there's so many people in the world are in a place in their lives that are not as fortunate as you. Even if you feel like you're not in a good spot, there's still someone that's in the worst spot. So if you have something and you're not amplifying your voice, and you don't even have to have the money. Let's say you just got an iPhone, you barely paying the bill. Just go on live or go on a story or drop some content every single day. That's going to help somebody. And that's going to turn into something because of the law of compound interest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I post every day multiple times on my Instagram. Everything don't hit, but I'm not looking for it to hit. I'm just looking for that consistency. Because when they show up, they know, yo, Brendan's an expert at this, or Brendan knows this, or you know what, content marketing, or this is the dude, or marketing, this is the dude over here, or motivation. This guy know me, puts up some positive stuff. So the consistency is really what's going to, edify you more. You know what I'm saying? Like your Instagram or your socials are really like who's championing you as a referral.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's evergreen. I can go Instagram and TikTok. They're not really profiles that you're gonna go digging down the rabbit hole. Is more so like a YouTube situation. But if people do find 2 or 3 things that they like, they could dig down there if they wanted to, and they would find how consistent you being. What else have you talked about? Or I vibe with this person. And after they're done, been down there a couple of hours or a couple of days, you're gonna get a DM or you're gonna get a sale.
Exactly.
So that's what's gonna happen. So I would just say take that consistency, be raw, be authentic, be yourself, find the flow that works for you, decide that you're gonna do this thing, and then just commit to it.
I'd love to talk to you about your book process. You finished your book is doing well. Now it allowed you to get into other markets as well. So talk to us a little bit about your book process that you went through. I know we were working together, and how that book has helped you and how that book potentially sparked other things in your life as well.
So the first thing I want to tell you guys is my book process ain't the traditional book process. So Kyle teaches a lot of stuff, and I rock with a lot of stuff that he teaches, but I feel like you can even start before that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're watching this or listening to this, you definitely want to tap into this information I'm about to give you. So most people think they got to finish the thing before they can sell the thing and before the thing is available. I believe, and I prove this with everything that I do, I believe that you could pre-sell the thing, right? So how do you pre-sell a book to people that don't even know you, that will buy your thing before the book's even made? I feel like that's the first step you should take, because I love Kyle. Kyle's a program costs some money. But what if you don't got the money to get into the program? You can finance yourself to the program and then learn everything in the program to then launch the program, to launch the book to 5-10K,
exactly.
Right? How do you do that? So the first thing I would say to you is you want to just have an idea what you want to obviously write about or what you want the book to be about. And then you could download an app like Canva, or you can have a friend of yours do a design or whatever the case may be, right? And get that designed in a square, like a little book cover situation, and then title, some colors, maybe a photo or something, whatever you want on the cover, author situation. You want to take that, then you want to go to Gumroad, open up an account. You on Gumroad, set it up, connect your bank. You know what I'm saying? Do everything you need to do. I have a $97 course you could buy to teach you how to do this, and then you can resell to make the money back. I'm not saying that you need to do that. I'm just saying that what you want to do is on Gumroad, upload the art file. Once you upload the art file, connect your bank. Once you do all that stuff and it's all set up, you got the product set up. Let's say the product is $47. We're just going to rock with it, $47 for now. Publish it. Now you got a live link. What does this mean? That means you can get paid now, right? So then you're gonna take this link, you're gonna put it inside of your Instagram profile. You're gonna then, hopefully you got like a link tree or a direct.me or whatever the case is. You want to then take that link, put it in a tile, and then caption that tile, name of book pre-sale, right? Now you got a $47 pre-sale of nothing, of an art cover. And to get your first $1,000, or you don't even need the first $1,000, because if you're gonna invest in Kyle's program, you maybe just need one of the first month. How much is it for the first month for them to get in there?
$375.
You need $375.
$375.
So let's do the math real quick, because I'm gonna give you two scenarios. You know what I'm saying? So $375. So $375 divided by 47. We're talking about you need to sell 7 to 8 books. So you want to get in Kyle's program. I don't got the money, but you only need to sell 8 to get in there. So what you do is you take this link. Now you're already on Instagram. Maybe you got a Twitter following. Maybe you got an email account. Maybe you got the word of mouth or whatever. Maybe you got families and friends. Hey guys, I got a book coming out in the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Here's the link. It's a pre-sale. Please support me. Would you mind? Boom. You sell 8 of them. $375. You take that $375. Give it to Kyle. Now you're in his program. You got the whole program. Now, for those that just learned about Kyle, that may be like, I need to see more stuff. Can he really help me launch my book? That's cool. Don't invest in his program yet. Sell 22 of the $47. You got $1,034. So you just pre-sold your way to $1,034, and you gave yourself more time to figure out if you actually want to invest in Kyle's program. And at that point, you decide that you do want to invest. So you still do the $375, but now you got money left over. So you basically pay for the first 2 months. And that's how you pre-sell a book, get your first band, get in Kyle's program, and now you got the whole gambit. You can run it up, you know what I'm saying? And we just did that in less than 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
That's the type of value that people have to come with on. That's the clip right there. That is the clip right there. If you are listening to this podcast and did not hear this, did not write down the note, and you're not going to implement it, I don't know what else.
I'm telling you how to get this money. I'm literally telling you how to get this money, and I'm not pontificating. I've done it. I've had 3 other clients who've done it. One client did it in 7 days, one did it in 8 days, one did it in 14 days. You could do it. You need 22 people.
That's it.
22 people at $47 is $1,034. You're gonna give Gumroad their slice. A Gumroad account is free. I'm not even saying get the paid joint. Get the free joint. Canva is free. I just gave you some free gems.
That's free gems for 1,000.
You made 1,000.
Just made 1,000 on some free gems. Question for you though, because you know there's a lot of people on here that got self-limiting beliefs. There's somebody on here that just heard everything and it's like, well, where do I find the 22 people? Where do you find the 22 people?
All right, so everyone's on Instagram. I'm not even gonna make this complex. Everyone's on Instagram. So you want to show up on Instagram, you want to post, you want to do stories, you want to go live, you want to DM people, you want to use this app to its fullest capacity, right? And when you're not on the app, you want to text the closest people to you, like your inner circle, and then maybe the outer rim. So there's probably somewhere between 2 and 10 people that you may rock with. You know what I'm saying? You may rock with 4, 6. If they really supporting you, they're gonna cop it, bro. So your inner circle may account for like 25 to 50% of the sales. That might be 10, 11 books right there. And if you're on Instagram enough, you know, for a week or so, you should be able to move 11 more units, 22.
That's it. That's it. I'm gonna play the devil's advocate one time.
Sure.
And there's not a lot of people like this, but what if I don't have social media and what if I don't have a big network in my phone?
If you don't have social media, if you don't have a big network on your phone, you are doing something. So let's identify what you're doing. Are you on the phone? Do you text? Do you have an email list? Are you on email? Are you part of any groups? Are you part of any virtual communities? You know what I'm saying? Do you have Twitter? You know, what's your occupation? Who's at the water cooler? Who's at the virtual water cooler? You know what I'm saying? Are you playing any games? Do you communicate with people online? You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's doing something. Where do you socially, in person or virtually, network or communicate with people? I would start there, whatever that looks like for you. I know everyone's is different, but whatever that looks like for you, I would start there because we're talking about 22. And friends and family should account for, like I said, 25 to 50%. So that's anywhere between, you know,
at least 10.
At least 10.
At least
10. At least 10.
Everybody got at least 10 people they can reach out.
At least 10. So if you're talking 10, that's almost $500 by itself.
Exactly.
If you can make 500, you can even cheat code and spend 250 of the 500 and amplify your voice.
Exactly.
And get more, you know, get some more people looking at what you got going on.
If you had 60 seconds to share any message with the world that every single person in the world had to hear, what would it be?
Take imperfect action and know exactly what your goal is. Like if Kyle asked me right now, he's not asking me, but I'm gonna pretend like he asked me. He was like, Brendan, you know, what's your goal for 2022? I'd be like, my goal for 2022 is make my first million. How am I gonna do it? I need 218 people. That's 50 people in this product, 50 people in this product, and 118 people in this product. I know that. I did my numbers. I know exactly what the hell I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm going. I know exactly what's going on. How can I proclaim that I'm gonna make my first million in 2022? Because I know the numbers. You know, I know, okay, I created a brand new club. I need 50 people. I already got 3. I didn't even try to get to 3. So what's gonna happen when I really try? Okay, I need 47. That's done. So now I need 118 in this product. How I get 118 in this product? Well, the website got to go up. I need the email marketing. I need my omnipresence going. I got to put out enough offers so I can get enough views on the site that based on my conversion rate by default, and because the math is math and math, there's no lies in math. So 10% of something is 10% of something, 20% of something is 20% of something. So based on the math, I know if I get X amount of views, it's gonna convert at this rate, 10%, 50%, 20%. And I know that because I did my numbers. So I would encourage everybody to take imperfect action on whatever that you've been procrastinating on, because procrastination is just another version of fear and insecurity. I learned that from Dr. Uwe Abraham, you know what I'm saying? The Vonza King, I learned that from him. Procrastination is just another version of insecurity and fear. So take that imperfect action. And on top of that, I would say, know your number. You got to know, because we ain't doing what we did in 2021. So if your credit ain't popping, you got to get it right. If you don't have business credit, this is year for you to do it. If you've been doing everything by yourself and you can't afford a real assistant, now it's time to get a virtual assistant. They too cheap, right? It's too cheap right now. So whatever's not working, let's get that working. Take imperfect action and know what your financial number is to get to your goal.
That's good, bro. That's good. Where can we find you?
Man, you can find me on all platforms at It's Brendan Boyd. And if you like podcasts, if you like free gems, you can find me on Apple, Google, Spotify, and Stitcher on the PRST podcast, on the Pursuit podcast. If you like financial literacy, you want to head over to YouTube. Again, youtube.com/It's Brendan Boyd. I got the Talk Money Tuesday podcast. And if you're someone that wants to go to the next level in terms of just knowing the information so you can get set up proper in business, I would suggest that you just get more information about the TMT Wealth Club. I'm not going to ask you to join. I'm just going to tell you to just do your research. And look, I had a clothing company and we hit 1 million one time. As soon as we hit that 1 million, we went south fast. But if I had a mentor, if I had access to a mastermind group, or if I could ask questions from a group that I trusted, I would probably still be a millionaire off of that business. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know what I didn't know, and I didn't have access to stuff because I didn't know that was even stuff that I needed to have access to. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have no money, go to YouTube University, Skillshare.com. I'm never a component of telling people that they should invest. If you don't have it, cool. There was a point in time I didn't have it, but it's out there for free. You're just paying for the packaging and you're paying for a faster route to the information. But if you're willing to put, 5, 10, 15, 100 hours into it, you can figure it out for yourself for sure.
Exactly. Man, this has been a phenomenal episode. I truly appreciate you for your time, for your treasure through all of the information, all of the different strategies, techniques that you've been able to give. I definitely appreciate you, brother. And anybody that's listening right now, I want you to support him all the ways. I want you to buy something from him. I want you to follow him. I want you to subscribe. And I want you to go subscribe, not just to his YouTube channel, but all of the different platforms on his podcast as well, because it is definitely valuable for sure. This is the Writers Game podcast where we help you magnify your voice and monetize your message. I'm your host, Kyle King. I'm here with my brother, Brendan Boyd, and we'll see you guys next episode.
All right, y'all. See y'all on the next one.